healthy. It's different all around the world. Culture and food traditions play a big role in what healthy looks like for you. Registered dietitian Michelle Jaelin joins us with more. Good morning.
Hi, Annette. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Nice in your green and me in my green.
Yes, we're matching today, almost. So this nutrition month is all about dietitians helping you to find your healthy, and that's based on the premise that your healthy eating is based on your own food traditions, your own culture, and a lot of nutritional needs that shapes what that means for you.
And this is all about kind of encouraging children and families as a whole to try all kinds of different food and not leave something out because, oh, that looks gross, or I don't understand that, or that's going to taste different.
Yes, so I always encourage parents to expose their kids to as many foods as they can when they're younger. Evidence shows that that actually helps to raise better, healthier eaters when they're older. So what I would do, it also helps to help them to learn about different food cultures at a younger age, and also helps to foster a sense of belonging and community. Now, for parents, I always say maybe what you can do is you can try a new recipe or a new ingredient once a month. You can arrange a porch drop-off with a friend or a neighbor, and that way you can try new foods. It also lightens the cooking load on yourself. Now, with parents, it's always important to show respect for other food cultures. It's okay to not like a particular food or cuisine, but it's disrespectful to say that's gross or that's yucky.
And where do you start with that?
So with kids, we have an expression called "don't yuck my yum." And that's based on the premise that when you say my food is yucky, it's like you're saying that I'm yucky, because food is so tied to people's identities. So I want to tell you about a story. When I was in grade 5 in the 90s, I brought seaweed snacks to school, and seaweed snacks are very popular in Japanese food. And at the time, what happened was peers asked me what I was eating, and I shared it with them. And then they proceeded to, after tasting it, to gag and pretend they were throwing up. And a bunch of them ran to the bathroom and pretended they were puking. So after that, I never brought seaweed snacks to school ever again. So now, though, seaweed snacks are very popular amongst all kids. Like, all kids are bringing it to school. But when you're saying other food culture is yucky, it's parallel to racism and othering, right? So we want to avoid that, and we want to show kids that you need to approach these things with an open mind and be respectful.
And I think too of I have friends who have children in when they were in elementary school being told that, you know, not to bring certain foods that might have ingredients that are kind of offensive to other cultures.
Yeah, so nowadays, what I think we're trying to do in the education system is encourage, like, to show that it's okay, because I think a lot of us, like myself, being an Asian Canadian, have experienced that, have had that experience of, food racism, or people not liking your food and making being rude about it. So what dietitians want to do now today is encourage people to try different foods and find what healthy eating means for you, to really dig deep. And these are some recipes from a free recipe ebook that also has really great tips and resources for people. It's linked on your website, and it's from Dietitians of Canada. So we want to make sure that we embrace that and we celebrate that, because it's such a big part of who we are as people. And now what I do now is really embracing and celebrating who I am and sharing that my food culture as a Chinese Canadian with others.
And kind of talking about like memories of making this, with your family. I think of the same way too, right? I smell something and it takes me back to my grandma's kitchen, and it's like, oh, that's my heritage.
Yes, so this nutrition month, forget about all the trendy diets and really dig deep and find out what is healthy eating for you. It could be an ancestral way of eating. It could be eating from your own food culture. I really encourage you to dig deep and find out what that is for yourself based on your own nutrition needs and personal circumstances.
Okay, it could be sparking discussion around the table too about tolerance and racism, and it all starts with gathering at the table and eating something.
Yes, absolutely. It all starts with conversations and learning and keeping an open mind about other people and people that are different than you.
Okay, thanks for getting this conversation started, and we'll put the link up to chch.com with your blog and all your social media as well. Nice to see you, Michelle.
Nice to see you, Annette. Thank you for having me.